Well, that was Jared Smith saying he is back on the trails after he recorded this terrifying encounter with a mountain lion. He was back out on the trails again in Big Cottonwood Canyon after that. He's got a great story to tell and a great lesson to share.
Just being aware of those encounters could happen, but not letting that stop you from getting out there and enjoying the beautiful recreational paradise we live in. So just being smart about it and prepared.
Yeah, he says he loves it too much to stop. We all, of course, know there are risks in the deserts and the mountains around us. From a simple slip and fall to avalanches and swift water. There are also thousands of large animals that we seldom see.
But two recent cougar encounters, all caught on camera, led us to ask what the danger really is and what animals we should worry most about. Fox 13's Max Roth has this 360 report.
I'm going away.
It's Thursday, May 13th.
I'm not going to bug you.
4.5 miles from the convenience stores and restaurants of the big city. A giant cat, one of an estimated 2,700 cougars in Utah, stalks a hiker down a trail.
No.
Saturday, October 10th.
I'm being scary.
This on a trail that begins in a Provo subdivision. The big cat lunges and retreats over and over.
Holy.
The cat, a female with cubs nearby. In each case, an adult man comes away shaken, and they should.
Because they are an amazing predator, and I know that I'm in their territory.
Dr. Nikki Fry knows Utah wildlife, researches it, teaches it for Utah State University. She knows cougars have not killed one person in Utah in recent memory. But
what scares you out in the wild world?
Mountain lions. They're the only animal that really scares me, only because I know that they're seeing me before I see them.
The Canadian Geographic Society says they sprint about 35 miles per hour. They can jump 18 feet straight up, and they can launch forward with a 30-foot jump. They have amazing eyesight, including peripheral vision, and they can kill an animal 4 times their size. And that size? Well, here's the list of the biggest cats in the world. Tigers, lions, jaguars, then cougars. At 70 pounds, a small female is as big as a German Shepherd. At 220 pounds, a large male is the ideal weight for an NFL running back, but much stronger and faster. In other words, if these cats were actually hunting these men, the men would almost certainly be dead.
And in both of these situations, the cougar wasn't necessarily trying to attack the person. They were kind of just bluff charging.
The men did the right things. They looked big. They talked loudly. They didn't turn their backs or run. If the cougar had attacked, their best chance would be to protect their heads and necks and do everything they could to fight back.
Grab sticks, rocks. For the most part, they are going to leave.
The most complete count of reported events available shows 5 fatal cougar attacks in the 21st century, none of them in Utah.
Jason, stay still.
This encounter with a black bear was in Mount Rainier National Park in October of 2019. Too close for comfort, but a peaceful ending. Black bears can be a little more problematic than cougars.
I think we should move. Just slow.
This incident in June 2020. There are an estimated 4,000 black bears in Utah. Black bears weigh between 200 and 600 pounds. A fast one can run 30 miles per hour. They're good swimmers, great tree climbers. They have a sense of smell better than a bloodhound's, and that contributes to a problem that might sound odd. They are more trouble because they don't eat much meat.
Throughout the summertime, they really are looking for more fruits and berries and grubs and not as much meat.
This year, that will be a bigger problem.
Our biologists feel that there may be an increase in kind of those potential for bear conflicts just because of the drought. It's probably decreasing some of the bears' regular, kind of normal food sources.
A prediction already coming true, as this video of a black bear in Provo on Thursday shows. Bears don't see humans as food, but they love human food.
Those encounters are more common because they're in the picnic areas.
The key is to keep it unobtainable, sealed, and away from where you sleep. In the 21st century, there are records of 31 fatal black bear attacks, one of them in Utah. 11-year-old Sam Ives, camping at Timpanook Recreation Area in June of 2007, dragged out of the family tent and killed by a bear. One more recent fatal attack from a large wild mammal in Utah, a bison on Antelope Island, August 2020. Larry Adams, a 55-year-old trail runner, dies after an attack. Runner Kaylee Davis was run down by a bison in September of 2019 without the lethal results.
And I wasn't antagonized. I wasn't trying to get a selfie. All of a sudden I see the bison charging me. So I start running towards the lake away from it, and it flips me up.
Antelope Island hosts America's second biggest bison herd, after Yellowstone, and the fifth biggest herd in the country is in the Henry Mountains of southeastern Utah. If you're in bison territory, the key is to keep your distance, never approach, and don't rush around blind corners or hilltops. None of Utah's large animals like to be surprised, and they'll defend themselves if they feel threatened. This video from Yellowstone shows what a bison can do to someone his own size.
We generally hear a lot of horror stories coming out of Yellowstone about bad ways to handle being around a bison.
The average size for an adult male, a ton. 2,000 pounds, 10 times our weight. And the top speed of an Olympic sprinter is around 28 miles per hour. It can't match a bison at 40 miles per hour. But what spooks some of Utah's wildlife managers more than all of the above?
Oh no, don't follow me down.
Moose, like this one on a Utah trail in February of 2020.
No, go the other way.
Moose are herbivores like bison, but their personalities show they know they're bigger and stronger than any creature they meet.
They do kind of get a little grumpy. They have decided where they're going to be, and they know that they are the biggest, and they're not used to being told what to do.
Moose are big, about 7 feet tall and 1,500 pounds, and they're faster than us, running 35 miles per hour. For example, this moose wants to be on the other side of the hiker. The hiker did the right thing. When the moose charged, he dodged to the side, into the brush. And that is the advice for moose: dodge and duck. Alaska's wildlife managers say moose injure more people there than any other animals, largely because people live where moose live. That's not so common in Utah, even though we have between 2,500 and 3,000 moose. But that may change. Drier, hotter conditions are likely long-term, and as with black bears, foraging will be tougher for moose and for the most deadly wild mammal in Utah, mule deer.
Deer are actually probably the most deadly because of all the car accidents.
In Salt Lake City, Max Roth, Fox 13 News, Utah.
State Farm Insurance says the chance of getting involved in an animal vehicle collision in Utah this year is 1 in 163.
Boy, be careful out there. Watch for deer, right? Now we know how important it is. Wildlife managers say their biggest challenge is managing humans. So DWR, the Utah State University Extension, and Hogle Zoo created a website. It's called Wild Aware Utah. We can link you there at our website, fox13now.com.